So we're solving using the formula for area of a triangle. So we need to review what is the formula for area of a triangle. Area of a triangle, so I want you to copy this down, is equal to base times height divided by 2. So base times height. So the question says that a triangle has an area of 70 centimeters squared and a base of 14 centimeters. What is the height of the triangle? Okay, so in our formula, we have an A, we have a B, we have an H, and we have the number 2. How many variables do we have in the formula? We have the letter A, we have the letter B, and we have the letter H. So what we're going to do first, I want you to identify the variables, and then we're going to figure out which variables do we have the values for. A variable represents a number. Do I know A? Do I know the area? Go back and look at the question. Are we given that information? What is the area? Eunice? 70 centimeters squared. We'll leave the units out right now. Do I know the base? Do I know B? What is B? Do I know H? The question is asking us, what is the height? We need to figure out H. We don't know H. Whenever you have one unknown variable, we can solve. We're doing what we did last week. Now that we've identified the values of each variable, what do? We plug in the values. Wherever we see the A, we're going to replace it with what? 70. Wherever we see a B, I'm going to replace it with, okay, so 70 equals 14 times H. Do I know H? So it stays as H. 14 times H can be written as 14H divided by 2. So we've replaced A and B. A and B. So right now it says 70 equals 14H divided by 2. Can I rewrite this to say 14H divided by 2 equals 70? Is that the same as 70 equals 14H divided by 2? Yes. 14H divided by 2 equals 70, or 70 equals 14H divided by 2. It's the exact same thing, but I like to keep my variable on the left side so it's easier to solve. You don't have to switch it. The question said, what is the height of the triangle? So therefore, the height of this triangle is what? 10 what? If you just write H equals 10, you will not get full marks. I want you to write down that the height is equal to 10 centimeters. If we look here, we can even label it. The height of the triangle is, okay, so therefore, the height of this triangle is 10 centimeters. We look at the units and we write the same units. So now we have to solve for H. Okay, we did this last week. We want to do the opposite operation. I'm trying to isolate the variable. I'm trying to figure out what is H equal to. So what operation do I have on the left side? I have 14 times H, right, divided by 2. What's the first thing you want to get rid of? Divided by 2. What is the opposite of dividing something by 2? Multiplying it by 2. So if I multiply this by 2, we're undoing that operation. We're getting rid of it. 2 divided by 2, it cancels out. It reduces to 1. If I multiply my left side by 2, what do I have to do to the right side? Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So what do we have to do on the right side? Virgie? Multiply by 2. This is gone. What am I left with? 14H equals 70 times 2. Can we simplify that? What is 70 times 2? 140. We have 14 times H. What's the opposite of multiplying by something? So what do I have to divide by? 14. That's how I get H by itself, right? If I divide the left side by 14, what do I have to do to the right side? Divide it by? What is 140 divided by 14? H is equal to 10.